The gap between rich and poor is set to increase in Britain, according to a report published by the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development. The rising levels of inequality has been linked to the government's austerity programme, which has been criticised by financial experts as having adverse effects on poorer people and is likely to create more poverty.
Over £120 billion in corporate tax is not collected by this government. And then we have the kind of corporate tax evasion where multi-million pound companies are able to employ very high-flying lawyers and accountants who help them evade paying their tax. And a contribution of all of those things, plus this government's incompetence, has given rise to the fastest growing wealth inequality gap in Europe, I think.
The government has defended their austerity strategy, believing it will help get more people into jobs eventually. But community experts like Lee Jasper aren't buying the argument.
Nowhere in the Western world do I know of a government that has cut public spending to the extent that we have, failed to invest and achieved growth. It's simply not available as a model for reference or precedent. And so it's the voodoo economics of a government that is simply seeking to fill the pockets of the rich and empty the pockets of the poor. But there is no evidence that such economies work.
George Osborne's budget plans have not lived up to its goals on reducing the deficit and increasing growth. And with the financial crisis continuing to squeeze individuals and households, it is feared that more people will be driven into poverty once the public sector cuts are felt. Worsening living standards and growing poverty levels are likely to cause social unrest in Britain, like the riots that took place almost 2 years ago. Analysts are saying that if the problem of rising inequality is not addressed now, Britain could easily slip into more division and tension. Hassan Al-Khatib, Press TV, London.